Shall we play a game?
You sure? I got it. You sure? I got it. You sure? I got it. You sure? Non-touch like the band, knuckle regiment, stamina specimen.
There it is. Welcome to episode 72 of Two Ninjas One Podcast. I'm Will, also known as Half-Ass Ninja.
I'm JD, also known as 3 Prototype.
And there was a lot of news this week.
There was a lot of stuff. Things happened in massive amounts.
Yes, we are in the pre-E3 newsarama right now.
We're less than 30 days, aren't we?
I think we're less than like 21 days. I think. Yeah, I forget when E3 is. Let's see when E3 is. We should have been prepared. E3 2014. June 10th to 12th. So yes, we are less than 30 days. Less than 21 days. I was right.
We're days away.
Days away from not seeing Nintendo launch a new system and
multitudes.
Yes, and many different Oculuses.
I feel ashamed for not playing that game.
I'm playing it all the time.
I
make money off it.
What have you been playing, Ninja?
I have been playing Battleblock Theater a lot. I've still been playing Infinite Crisis a lot because now I'm being watched.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. Skyrim, because I've been downloading some mods for it. Everything's cool. Everything's all pretty and water runny everywhere. And then I forgot Wolfenstein is coming out this week.
Are you really going to pick up Wolfenstein?
I'm thinking I may. If I do, I'm not getting it till Friday.
I'm going to wait till a Steam sale for that one.
You know what, maybe. Because, that's the thing. My first-person shooters, I like my fun first-person shooters. Like, Call of Duty's good. You got to be in the mood for it. Things like that. But I like just balls-to-wall shooters. Like,
you should really play Shadow Warrior then. Honest to God, dude, that is so fun.
I should play it. I've heard, and I bought it for you.
And there's
for myself.
And I'll return the favor relatively soon.
It'll be 99 cents on a Steam sale.
Yeah. It comes with an add-on pack to it too. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It comes with the Cleanup Crew add-on pack, so it goes through the maps where there's been mass carnage and stuff.
Okay.
You're the janitor that has to clean up all the gibs into a furnace. And you have to mop the blood away and everything. It's funny as hell.
That's ridiculous.
And then the guy's whistling too, like. That's gross. And he throws.
I saw the Cleanup Crew thing, but I didn't realize that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I've been just kind of hopping around between PC Master Race games. I feel bad for my PS4. It's just been sitting there.
I have not neglected my PS4 or the PS4s here. Mike, Ronan Fan just got one, so.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I've been playing Child of Light.
How is it?
It is good.
I'm hearing mixed reviews.
It is. It's. My only gripe is you get kind of lost because you just want to explore everywhere, and there's no real direction on where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
It just, if you're not following the story, then you're. Bleh, that's it. You're done. Might as well start over.
I love that. Especially like if you start playing an RPG and then you put it down for a little bit, but then a little bit turns into like 2 months. And you load it back up, you're like, I don't remember anything. I just have to start from
That's how I felt when I did that with Fallout. Like, I was hardcore for a couple months, and then I think Black Ops 2 came out or something. Yeah. And then I came back to it, I'm like, what is this world? What is this stuff in my bag? It's like I woke up from a coma. I'm like, where am I? I've got 5 nukes. What am I doing with this?
Something escalated quickly. There's something about to go down.
There is a bunch of dead ants around me, and...
Oh, that's the worst. When you load up in the middle of a fight that you just had, and you're just like...
there's a lot of dead ants here, and I am wearing a 101 Volt.
Well, I've discovered something about myself when I play Skyrim, besides the fact that I'm a klepto. Whenever I kill like a den of thieves or whatever, I feel like I need to arrange their bodies in awkward positions after I kill them.
Wait, so just in case the Skyrim police come, they're like, well, that one stabbed that one. Case closed, Johnson.
These two are just making out in a closet. Like, I spent literally, I killed this whole den of thieves, and then I spent like 15 minutes arranging their bodies on chairs and shit. I think that shows serial killer tendencies. I'm not sure.
Everything's good here. Nothing to say here. You have all this stuff in your hand. Knives and jewels and blades.
And fucking wheels of cheese.
You're the cleanest klepto ever. You make sure you wash their plates. Their hair's trimmed nicely.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I have a problem. This is why I get nothing done in Skyrim. I've been playing this game on the PC now. I mean, I'm still new into it, like for 10 hours or so. I've done 3 quests. I'm joining the companions right now, so I was doing some of them. I've done 1 story quest. That's it. I just keep fucking finding things to fight and arrange into pretty ornaments.
So I've been playing Child of Light. I've been playing a hell of a lot of Smite as of the last 24 hours. Why so angry? Please tell me why so angry.
You're gonna make me reinstall Smite, fucker. I'm getting into Infinite Crisis.
No. I'm not gonna make you do anything you don't want to, Ninja.
Someone said they were gonna play Infinite Crisis with me when we came back from PAX.
No, I said, hey, there is a chance that I'm a little interested. I had a little fun. And then, but I have trouble with MOBAs, top-down MOBAs, just because I don't get. It's hard for me to piece together the logic of the point click and attacking, and knowing when I'm attacking. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Imagine like GTA had no shooting animation, but you never knew when you were shooting.
So just run around with the gun out?
No, you don't even see it's like a bad animation. Like if you just know that the guy's running and then you just see bullets coming out from his chest.
Oh, like an 8-bit game.
Yeah, like an 8-bit game. Like that's how I feel with MOBAs. Like I don't know when he's attacking except for the little power bar that's telling me that he's charging.
I gotcha.
So that's my disconnection. Maybe that's my gamer handicap. But MOBAs, at least, not MOBAs, at least in Smite, I could be like, oh, 1, 2, 3, it's a skill shot hit. There's an animation for it.
Yeah,
and
there's still an auto attack function, like for the creeps and stuff.
There is an auto attack function for that, yeah.
Yeah.
I turned that off because I need direction to know where I'm shooting at.
See, I leave it on 'cause really, it's auto attack.
Well, because if you do auto attack, you'll be hitting the creeps, and if you have a god in with the creeps, your attack will hit the creeps before the god.
Well, if you hit the god before the creeps will attack you.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm saying that I'm trying to focus my damage on the actual god.
Ah. All I know is Joker is a fucking crazy man.
I'm playing fucking Agni.
Is that the monkey god?
No, that's Wu Long. I don't remember his name. No, Agni's the fire god, and he's got this move where he has a pit of fumes. And any enemies that walk into it, they're slowed, and they actually start doing dot damage. And then you can actually throw a flame into it and ignite it, and then now they have dot burn damage on them.
So hot!
Yeah, it's exactly. You put Daredevil in the middle of it, he's totally blind.
We gotta play Marvel Heroes, by the way.
Yeah, actually, a friend of the show, Ivana Lynn, was actually playing that for the supply drop.
Oh, okay.
Her and a couple of girls were playing that out. So shout out to her. I'll tag her in the Twitter feed.
Well, just like you've been playing Smite, I've actually been playing Wildstar. Now, Wildstar takes some of the Smite mechanics and puts it in an MMO.
No, that... Baby steps. I'm just getting into one game into another.
Well, no, because now, there's no auto attack in Wildstar. Everything's a skill shot. And you see your cone of damage where things would be, and you have to line it up to who you're fighting. But that goes for the bosses, too. If they're fighting, or any enemies, if they're attacking you, you see where their attack will hit, and you can dodge out of it.
It's an action MMO game.
Yeah. It's really good. And if you're playing during open beta, which actually ends today, so your beat if you haven't had a chance to play it. If you're every day you play in the open beta, you're actually going to get crates in the full version release when it comes out June 2nd. That gives you like stuff for your house, stuff for your mounts, new costumes, things like that for the main game.
Wait, did you say stuff for your house, stuff for your mouse?
Mount.
Mount. Oh, I was about to say, you just turned Dr. Seussian on us.
But no, Wildstar, the best way to describe Wildstar is WoW and Firefly had a baby.
That's cool. Like, I could get behind that. I just can't do another MMO. I don't have time, and I just can't.
You get
I can't. Crack. No. So now that you played the beta for it, how do you feel? Do you feel that you're going to invest into it?
I do, actually. Because I sparingly played
called it!
I know. Shut up. I sparingly played the beta because I wanted to make sure I liked it, and if I did like it, I didn't want to like it so much that I'm burnt out by the time the game comes out. Because I always do this every time I play a beta for anything. I always pick the class I'm going to play. Okay. And I'm like, I played through half this already. So, yeah, I did that. So I only got up to like level 10 or so. I heard the game really kicks in when it's level 20. But the leveling up is like old school WoW. It's not accelerated WoW where you're going to hit level 20 within the first hour of playing the game.
Oh, it's an actual grind.
Yeah. But it's fun because there's not only do you get your main quest, you get like your Explorer League quest or your Scientist quest, and there's things over here, things over there. You get a flying house when you pre-order. So you get the big old Lego blimp, or it's not a Lego blimp, but they donated a Lego blimp for Child's Play to one of the children's hospitals up in Boston, I think. But no, it's a fun game, and it comes with 7 free days of playtime for your friends. So maybe I will give someone 7 days of playtime, and they can try it out and see if they like it better than Smite.
Okay, so I see what you did there. So let's segue into that real quick. You told me there's an in-game mechanics for you to actually earn time to play.
Yes. Apparently there's 2 ways. It is a pay per month MMO, subscription based. So there's 2 ways. You can either do your $15 a month, or you can actually buy cred in game with in-game earned money to keep yourself playing. So like me, where I don't really necessarily want to pay $15 a month to play it, I might do that for the first month or 2, and then once I earn some gold, maybe use my in-game gold to purchase game time. And that's going to be regulated by the marketplace, so.
That sounds okay.
Yeah, doesn't sound bad. Like, you put a couple months into it, you get a couple months out.
Yeah. It keeps you in the game.
Mm-hmm. The raids look fun. 40-man raids, they look great.
Jeez, I remember fucking 20-man raids on a superhero and City Hero, City Villains.
Yeah.
My computer would just be like, nope, I give up.
That was
you know, it was funny because my UI would work.
Mm-hmm.
The animations would just go dead.
Yeah.
And I would have to play. I have to play like a mud. Like, oh, okay, he takes that much damage. He takes that much damage. Okay.
You're doing math and shit while you're playing.
Exactly. It was like, all right, I know my tank.
Abacus.
I was like, my tank. He's only got 4,000 hit points. I need to get him on that. I need to get him on res. I need to get this one. He died. Click res. And no. Click res wouldn't work, so I would have to type
slash res.
Yeah, slash whatever the name is, comma
walk forward.
F1 because I would have to hotkey it. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's bad. I was like when I was playing Marvel Heroes on the old Alienware. Anytime, like in the first few levels, it was cool. Once Electro hit Midtown, fucking my computer was like, nope.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, I would just stand in one place and shoot with Deadpool. I'd still get stuff. But yeah, actually, Psylocke is coming out for Marvel Heroes in a week or so.
Yeah, and if you haven't gotten the email, did you look at the email?
I did.
Okay, there's a promo code inside the email for free stuff.
Yep.
Upon her release.
I got it.
Upon her release.
Ninja Psylocke. Woo. So yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Marvel Heroes too, but I tried getting back in Diablo 3 again, and like I was hardcore once I built my computer into Diablo and all that, and now I'm just like, yeah.
Los Diablos.
Still good, still a fun game, but I got way too much other stuff I'm playing.
Yeah, on cooldown timer with Shadow Warrior, and now Bioshock Infinite. Now Battleblock. No, I need to get into Battleblock. I may even buy Castle Crashers just to get the content for Battleblock.
Damn
and vice
it!
versa.
I need to buy Castle Crashers. I love that game on a 360.
I do too, and this is going to be my third iteration of buying it.
Oh, and here's a little pro tip for Battleblock. The heads and weapons and everything you earn in-game can actually be sold on the Steam Marketplace for money.
I heard there's other content on the Steam Marketplace that you could import into the game. Like, it could be like a heavy head and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Steam Workshop and all that stuff. So, I didn't realize, though, the thing is, when you put it on the Marketplace, I didn't realize it comes out of your character's personal inventory. So I put everything I earned on there, and then realized I was back to the basic head and weapons. I was like, oh, shit! I took everything off there.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I wound up losing, like 4 things. So I made 48 cents. Because I put everything up for 10 cents.
That's fine.
I lost 5 things or whatever it was. But yeah. Not bad, though. But yeah, Battleblock, highly recommend it. And go watch the trailer for the Steam version, which me and Prototype saw at PAX East, but we couldn't hear the audio. It's even better with the audio.
Yes.
Your pants will fill with human feces.
More RAM!
Oh,
I like the fact that if you watch the computer and it pops open, there's a video card with a Ram's head in it.
With RAM processing upgrade.
I'm like, these guys are geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to meet the guy, the voice of, because he's funny as hell.
Yes.
Or at least he knows how to project a funny voice.
Yep. But what are we talking about next? We're going to talk about Microsoft.
Yeah. What?
Microsoft had some interesting stuff happen this week.
All right, so we're gonna get in the meat potatoes of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Reversal of reversing.
Okay, so this all happened within a 48-hour span. So I don't know which news came out first.
All right, well, let's just cover it all.
Okay. So
I think the first was the Kinect, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I really don't. I mean, this was a week ago. I barely remember what I had for breakfast.
Bagel sandwich.
I was thinking about that. Anyway, the big deal is the Kinect is now going to be an option for people to buy.
Option or obsolete?
I don't want to put it as obsolete because people were like, oh, we don't need. Remember when the Marvel MMO was supposed to come out?
Yep.
And everyone was like, here's a chat pad for Xbox. Everyone needs a chat pad, and then like we were all about it, and all of a sudden it just faded away.
I use that chat pad like nobody's business though.
I still got mine. I don't even own a 360. I still got mine.
Chat pad's good.
So now it's at a different price point. It's a $399, just to match with the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much now that this is a separate peripheral, a lot of the developers are kind of not happy with it.
I know if developers not happy with it.
Which developer's not happy with it?
Harmonix isn't happy with it. Gut reaction from Twitter from publishing and PR John Drake and publicist Nick Chester. Directly after Microsoft news went live, Drake tweeted, "Oh, great, super great." And then Chester tweeted, "Oh, good."
Yeah, I'm reading the same thing too. So apparently from Harmonix, what the rest were saying about from Harmonix, that the high ups already knew about it. I guess not the working force.
Yeah, because they're working on that Fantasia game, that music-based Kinect Fantasia.
That was supposed to be the first third-party AAA title Kinect game.
Yeah. And
now that they're worried because their install base is going to be very iffy now. A lot of the... I mean, Xbox is already... Not saying that they're having trouble getting an install base, but their install base is lower than the PS4. Now trying to buy people into buying the console with the Kinect is going to be a double feat.
Yeah. And their PS4 already was still the top seller for May.
Yeah.
For April. For April.
Well, like I said, now the install base is different. Damn it, I changed pages and I totally had this written down. Friend of the show, Brittany Brombacher? Did I say that right?
Brittany Brombacher, yes. Our
Blonde
friend
nerd.
Brittany. Blonde nerd. She's going to listen to this and she's going to kill you for saying her name wrong. Brittany, I still love you.
Don't throw me under the bus like that.
Have fun on your cruise. We'll miss you.
So this is kind of segueing into the fact that Xbox is pulling a lot of stops trying to get people to buy their system. It's no longer the if and that. Now it's, hey, buy our product.
Hi.
So she posted something up on Facebook about Halo 5, and people were like, oh, it's Halo, I can't wait, this for that, it's 343, I'm not really happy for that. But I kind of took that comment in what we're talking about right now. I quoted, I think the Xbox is pulling all stops for its console. It's loosening the install base compared to the install base of the PS4. Now they have reformed, refocused with gamers in mind. They're trying to pull back their buyers to the consoles. Now that it's no longer a console war, it's the fact that it's either this or that console. It's not a war between this or that console. It's more of, can we pull people to buy another console, or how do we get the undecided gamer to buy an Xbox? Microsoft declared a new Halo Connect price options, new rules for apps, new gold privileges. They need to sell the console and big titles just to sweeten the deal. So that's just glossing over exactly what we're going to be talking about pretty soon.
Yeah.
But I really think Microsoft is trying to the new head of Microsoft is really trying to do damage control, and he's doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Dan Matrick.
Yeah, Don Matrick, head of Zynga.
Yeah.
Owner of Lamborghinis.
Failed Lamborghinis. He crashes them.
He does.
But
it's a wild ride.
That video's online.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I showed it to you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. But anyway, going back to the Xbox deal, what do you think? Do you think that's going to be a flip of the coin now? Do you think the install base is going to get higher now that they have different price options?
I think, when did this consoles come out? November, right?
Yeah.
All right. So December, January, February, March, April. So we're about 6 months in. You did have your people that were sitting on the fence, like, oh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. But I think you have a lot of people that have already decided what camp they're in.
Well, that is one camp. I mean, there's different people that have different camps.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I have a buddy of mine. He's huge Halo fan, and he knows the fact that Microsoft owns a Halo franchise. So he bought the system purely on the fact that game is going to be coming out. You nod your head the same way.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the same thing with a lot of PC people too. Right?
Well, yeah.
WoW, Diablo.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, my argument's finished here.
Well, what I was going to say is, yeah, that's like me getting my PS4. Yeah, all the launch titles for PS4 I really didn't care that much about. I bought it for Infamous.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the reason why you got that install buy. That's why people got, some of the Xbox people got that install buy.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a long wait, though, man, because they said Halo's coming out in 2015 with the rumor that Halo 2 Anniversary is coming out this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's even preceding all that beforehand. Remember when the consoles were just launching, the only few games that I was really interested in were Second Son and Second Son, Watch Dogs, Metal Gear, and Destiny. Those were my big titles for the whole deal.
Destiny's this year, September.
Yeah. So, does this shift the balance of, hey, is this going to entice another a PS4 player to actually buy the other console?
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, as somebody who was loyal Microsoft and then switched over to Sony and is very happy with their PS4 right now, there isn't enough there to grab me over there. Like the days of console exclusives are almost done, other than your first party titles.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to see Halo on a PS4, just like you're not going to see Mario on a PS4. It'd be smart if they did not. We're not talking about Nintendo right now.
I think it's only going to be due time. It's going to be the slow rise, like how PS3 had trouble with the last console
that hack didn't help.
The hack didn't help, but it actually, you want to think about it in the
Well,
far long run, it really did.
yeah.
Because
Without
now
that hack, we wouldn't have the PS Plus program.
it was a really good program.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was an evil that was for the good. But, I mean, I think it's going to be a very, very long haul till, like how the PS3 was in the last console release, when the install base was huge for Xbox because it came out months before the PS3.
Almost a year, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they had this huge jump in number in favor for the for Xbox, and that's what pushed them ahead of the last console system.
Mm-hmm.
I think what bought me into buying an Xbox was Gears, was what was it? Burnout.
Gears, Burnout, and just Xbox Live in general for the 360 blows away the PSN on PS3.
Back then, yes.
Yeah, back then.
So I think, like I said before, Microsoft doing a lot of damage control to actually get their numbers, but it's going to be a long road ahead of them to get where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Along with a lot of the changes that they did, they also did a change for the rules for gaming with their apps.
Yes. Right now, you do not need a gold subscription for Netflix, Hulu, Skype, and something else, right? I think WWE Network, all of the like video on demand apps, you don't need a gold subscription for.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. And their gold program is changing where they are going to offer up like a free Xbox One game every month, and they're going more of a PS Plus route with it. And
I said that to you the day of that text too.
Yep.
So now that Xbox is doing a lot of things in favor for the gamer, now you look at the two platforms,
mm-hmm.
your Xbox and your PS4, your PS1 and the Xbox. They're almost identical in what services they could do, with a few caveats here and there. But as for what the platform is itself, to the core and what the online play is, they're almost identical now.
If the systems were if none of the backtracking and everything happened at E3, and both systems came out like this, where they're both $399, they both have similar games, similar capabilities, I may have gone through Xbox One instead of PS4.
They should have done all this by day one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think it would have been an Xbox landslide if they introduced their sharing system a little bit better.
Yes.
I think they would have, if they would have gave the Connect option a little bit better. Mm. So I think if they did this all by day one, it'd be like, oh my god, I don't. If say I sold my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And my Xbox Live lapsed. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to get the Xbox One because I'm going to have to do a huge payout for it.
Yeah.
But now, under these guidelines, that I could still watch Netflix or do Skype or be online with it without having a gold subscription, that would have been a sweetener deal than PS4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was it? I probably would have bought it because of Dead Rising.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That was a key game that I felt really bad that I didn't pick up already or play.
I mean, when I got my PS4, I was really looking forward to Assassin's Creed 4, which I played and I beat the hell. I love that game. Yeah, but I would have gotten Assassin's Creed and Dead Rising and probably Forza.
Yeah. On
Xbox One, those would have been my launch titles.
So, despite what we have said for months and months ago, because a lot of the rules and regulations and stuff like that have changed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have bought a PS4 at what it was.
Yeah.
PS4 made it a good landslide because of the price point.
Mm-hmm. That
they were clear among things, and damned if I say it, the PS4 sharing ad. This is how we share games. Boom. That was. That was a nail in the coffin for Xbox. I was like, why Why don't I even bother?
Microsoft took so many missteps in the launch of the console, and look how many things have changed in the 6 months since launch.
They've gone through.
Things they've had to backtrack. How many things? Oh, look, the Kinect is required. The system can never run without the Kinect. Now, 6 months later, when they're losing to Sony and they're $100 higher than Sony, you don't need the Kinect anymore. Huh.
Yeah, if you plotted all the problems that they had on paper, it was like our console's more expensive. It's not selling well. We have more caveats to it, but people aren't buying into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem with people paying for Xbox Live now compared to the PS4. Why are we losing? Oh, because of this stuff that we've written down already.
Yeah.
So, what else did I say that they did?
I think that was pretty much it, wasn't it? Wasn't that everything that happened with them? And then there's the resolution thing, that the PS4 resolution is always higher than the 360 or the Xbox One resolution.
Yeah, but I really based that mechanic on the reserve for for the Kinect. I put that at the fault of the Kinect.
You think?
Now, because they said there's a good percentage of firepower that goes just to powering the Kinect.
Yeah.
What it could do. Now that it's an optional thing, or the game doesn't need to have it anymore, I think that's more reserve processing power that could go to the games. Now that developers don't have to keep that space in mind.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now that the Kinect is not required. After that Fantasia game, I don't think you're going to see really any games that want that Kinect attached to it.
It has to be a really innovative game.
Yeah.
Like I said...
Milo! Bring back Milo! Where's Peter Molyneux?
No! There's a child that's trapped in a box. It's going to be like Transcendence.
Oh my god. It's going to be a virtual Johnny Depp just trolling you.
You know what? That Milo would have... If they made that game and it was Johnny Depp instead of Milo in there, I'm sure it would have sold Kinects.
Yeah. But that's what it is. It needs to be something like if you could combine the Kinect and the Oculus Rift, so you're totally hands-free, doing whatever, that would be something you'd want to probably look into.
So I'm going to segue into that, what you just said. The light bar on the PS4. Have you heard the reason why that the light bar is there?
For virtual reality, like Batman.
Yeah. So they're doing it just for the virtual reality deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now you look at it, they're gearing up. They have gear that's already ready for the virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Microsoft would have done there's no Kinect on release, and then they would have done like $150 bundle for Fantasia or some blockbuster game or 2 free Kinect games and stuff like that.
Steel Battalion 3.
Exactly. I think they would have sold a lot better.
Holy shit. If you could have virtual reality with the Kinect and Steel Battalion where you have no controller in your hand, but you see yourself hitting the switches of the shit. That's a system seller right there. Even Molly agrees.
Molly doesn't sound too happy about it.
Molly's not happy about nothing.
Molly's a dog.
Yes. All right. We mentioned Watch Dogs really quick. Watch Dogs is no longer listed as 1080p and 60 frames per second on the PS4, which caused a little bit of uproar this week.
How does that make you feel?
I'm going to get it on the PS4 because you're getting it on the PS4. I think we have some friends that are going to be getting it on the PS4. Pretty much my whole friend list is probably going to get this goddamn game. So I'm going to get it on the PS4. However, my computer can run Watch Dogs. When I went to canirunit.com or whatever the hell the website is, I can run it. It says I can't run it on the max settings, which I disagree with that. I think I'd be able to do it if I overclock a little bit. But I'll get it on the PC when it goes on the Steam sale, because you know it's going on Steam sale.
Yeah.
Everything's going on Steam sale. That's a fucking fire sale. I love the Steam sale. And this is the first year I can actually participate fully in the Steam sale. My wallet. I think what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to throw $100 on my Steam account, and that's going to be my Steam sale money. Kind of like when you go to AC with only $20 in your pocket.
You're riding on luck.
Yeah. But then here's the stress. The stress for people that don't know, the stress of the Steam sale is: do I buy this game today, but there might be a better sale on something else tomorrow? It really is a very stressful time in a PC gamer's life. Hey! Don't be part of the Steam sale. Alright. So yeah. So that's my Watch Dogs thing. I am going to get it on the PS4. It was supposed to be a launch title, which got heavily delayed. But yeah. It'll be good.
So you started off the deal with it being 1080p.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not 1080p, and now it's 900p on the PS4, and it's 760 or 780 on the Xbox One.
So slightly better than 720 and slightly lower than 1080.
Yes,
we're in that mixed window on resolution.
Mm-hmm.
You told me a little tidbit about the Xbox One version.
Yes, from what a reviewer overseas that got an early copy that did not care a fuck about embargoes, they said the graphics on the Xbox One version, the best thing they could compare it to is you have Watch Dogs on the Xbox One and Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox 360. That's about the visual comparison they can do. That it looks like a very pretty Xbox 360 Grand Theft Auto.
I hope that's just not blasphemy. I don't want to tank the game before it even is even sold.
And graphics aren't everything.
No, the graphics aren't anything.
But when you're touting a next-gen experience, give me something next-gen.
See, I would do, if I could, I would totally be down for if it would be 720 and it ran at 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
If the game can run twice as better but looks slightly shoddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, I have trouble just figuring out between 1080 and 720 games.
Yeah. It really depends on your TV and this. I mean, you got to have the right setup to really see the big difference.
To me, I really think it's a part of the game that is the big difference.
Okay.
If you have a game that needs far, far detail like Skyrim, where you need to see foliage, you need to see all that kind of stuff. It's an open world. It's an all-experienced kind of game. You would need high graphics for that. 1080 would be supreme for that.
Yeah.
But if you're playing a very flashy game that moves very fast, you don't really have time to look at the foliage, like Call of Duty or, I don't know, maybe some kind of racing game. You know, even for argument's sake, Burnout running 720. You wouldn't know the difference between 720 and 1080 just by playing the game alone.
True.
If the frame rate is smooth enough that on the 720, I'd play that more than the 1080 if I had choppier frames on the 720.
True.
On the 1080, I'm sorry.
On 1080.
If I had choppy frames on the 1080, I wouldn't play it. Because now that's ruining the gameplay rather than, they're ruining the gameplay experience.
My resolution I'm playing Skyrim on right now on the PC is 1920 by 1080.
I threw Smite onto max, and it runs nice. Even though the game's not graphically heavy.
It's just smooth.
It's smooth as running full-blown WoW.
Mm-hmm. Full-blown WoW. Full-blown AIDS.
Dire AIDS.
Dire AIDS. No, you just have regular AIDS. Alright. But yeah, so I'm still looking forward to Watch Dogs. I mean, it's one of the games that's why I wanted to get a PS4, because at the time I didn't have a PC. Now I'm getting it on the PS4, even though I know I'm going to get it on the PC eventually. And I'm still convinced it's tied into Assassin's Creed. Until I see something to prove differently, I'm saying it's tied into Assassin's Creed.
Speaking of that,
what?
Guess what I'm putting on my car?
Assassin's Creed. I see a white piece of paper. What's it say? I don't see what it says. If I can read. Hold on.
Really? You can't see that?
Oh, now I can. I had to click on your face. Where'd you get that?
I bought it on eBay.
Nice.
Putting it on my car.
Now you're going to get hacked by people.
I know.
Like, oh, it's this guy.
Oh, it's that motherfucker. No, but I bought that and a Vault Hunter logo, so...
Nice.
Kind of stoked. It was like $3 a piece on eBay.
I kind of want to. I keep thinking about getting a tattoo.
You're gonna get a Vault Hunter tattoo on you?
That's what I'm thinking.
That is almost a socially acceptable game to get for a tattoo because it looks really basic, but only gamers would be like, all right, we're flex play.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking of getting. I'm almost there.
You gonna get it on one cheek or like
No,
on the dimple of another?
I'm gonna get it right on my front of my face.
That's what I thought.
Just right here.
That's the new guy now.
Mm-hmm. Like, where's the tattoo? Right there!
I do want to get the 3 chains from BioShock.
Yeah, those were cool too. I like that.
It's just it's on the watch part. It's in the open. I want something like
sleeve up.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But you can't. But the tattoo requires to be on the wrist.
I know. And we you be covered up by your Galaxy gear. Catch. Hear that shit all weekend. Oh, we do have an addendum to last week's show. When we were talking about Drive Club and Sony, where if you had the PS Plus and you upgraded, and then your Plus lapsed, you would lose all your shit. No, yeah. Sony said, "Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry."
It's pretty much like, whoa. That was probably a bad idea.
Let's change that now, not 6 months later.
We saw what happened to our friend over there.
Mm-hmm.
We can still fix this.
He's bleeding a little bit. A little bit. A big old boot mark right on the face. I saw it.
It says internet right here.
It says DRM.
Oh, man, it was I really feel sorry for Xbox because like we were hardcore. I'm 9 years in.
Yeah, I was 8, I think.
I was 9 years in, and like the backwards. Our listeners are probably sick of us saying that we hate Xbox or something like that.
We don't hate Xbox.
It's a bad remorse.
Yeah.
It feels like
it's a bad breakup.
Yeah.
It's a bad breakup. And then you get together a couple times for a weekend, and you're like, "Oh, that's great." And then, end of the day, she takes a shit in your bathroom, and you're like, "Oh my God, she's so smelly."
This is why I broke up with her.
Yeah, so shit.
But can I get past this?
Well, you know who doesn't care about frames per second? Fucking Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall.
They want your eyeballs to melt out of your face. At mind-bending, eyeball melting 144 frames per second on the PC.
Sounds and do things when you're playing.
Yeah,
for real, like people need to watch that Battleblock Theater.
Yeah, watch the
Steam announcement.
Steam announced trailer for Battleblock. It's glorious. But Titanfall's newest patch, because they just had the DLC that came out this week. That, truth be told, I have the season pass and I haven't launched Titanfall yet. I've just been busy. Is letting PC players jack up the frame rate to 144 frames per second. Faster than the human eye can see.
Arguably. We're not scientists.
Unless you're the Flash. Unless you're the Flash. If you're the Flash, you can see it.
Yeah.
I'm not playing
the frames.
Yeah.
So who will win in a race? Flash or
They've raced.
And who won?
I believe it was a tie.
Of course, it's going to give them how to do it.
And I think one time, Superman won by like a half a millisecond. One time Flash won, then they did the third one, and they were tied, I think. They both paid the toll, though, when they ran.
I was thinking of a speedster race, like, between...
Flash and Quicksilver?
Yeah. I want to go to a race with those two guys at the front.
Why?
Just because I can take the picture and be like, that's the reason why I watch these sports.
I want somebody in the Olympics to just wear a Flash costume.
Just thinking.
And the other team just comes out to like, fuck. That guy.
You see Michelle Janicki just doing her thing, stretching out and everything, and then here comes the Flash, just...
It's like little Jimmy from The Ringer. Oh.
It could be like a Big Bang joke where he starts running and the 4 other guys behind him trail, so it looks like they're running.
That'd be, oh my god! I need a bobsled team to do that.
No.
Yes.
You don't even think about the whole. Well, you're gonna go as a Jamaican bobsled team, even though you're not even Jamaican descent.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying just a regular bobsled team. I need 4 people sitting in one toboggan dressed as the Flash.
And they're all doing this.
Yes. I'm so tired.
They're in the bobsled, but they're still running inside the bobsled.
Oh my god.
Why?
How did we get here? Oh, Titanfall.
So I'm not gonna like badmouth the fact that like it's 144 frames per second. Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's higher than what most games or standard games are just doing.
Yeah.
But there's TVs out there that run 120. Like it's gonna be a lot smoother game.
Yeah.
That's your end game. Yeah.
Sure. It's extreme. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, well, that's cool because hopefully, like, if this really takes off and people are like, man, I love to play my games at 144 frames per second, I hope, like,
And then they're like, why do I have such a headache? Why is my nose bleeding like I was piloting a Jaeger?
But, like, games like Street Fighter that are not as intensive, hopefully they'll run at, like, 140 frames per second.
Shaq Fu.
That game needs to be an 8-bit game.
No! Shaq Fu's coming out. I'm getting it for free. And a t-shirt.
Yipes.
Shaq Fu. Alright. Moving on. They did announce Far Cry 4 this week.
And quickly released after that is the Willy Wonka cover.
Yes, which should come as a special edition cover. I want reversible box art. Just flip it over, and it's the most disturbed version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory ever.
There are websites that actually make printouts, not printouts, but you could print out like different box arts that people do that are fitted for inserts like that.
I'm getting it.
There was a couple cool Metal Gear ones. Like, man, I wish I had a high quality printer for that.
Yeah, actually, my printer just died.
It's just it had one job.
It did have one job, and it won't. No, I'm not working anymore. I think Windows 8 corrupted it. When I went to Windows 7, it's like, nah, I'm not doing it. So plus, it doesn't match my computer. It's not black.
No, God, I hate you for trying to do that.
Everything needs to be black and blue. I got a thing going on here. It's gotta be black.
You racist?
Reverse racist because everything has to be black. Speaking of Street Fighter, we got 4 release dates for Street Fighter.
Yes, we did.
So many release dates. I will go down the release dates right now because it gets a little confusing. All right. 360 owners are going to get to try out their 5 fighters on June 4th. June 3rd will be the PS3 version.
Now,
go ahead.
What is the price point on that one?
This is the upgrade. If you already own Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, the price point's $15 for the upgrade.
Now, here's a sweet deal to it. If you're already an Xbox Live member, you already have that game for free.
Yes.
That was a free game either now or a couple months ago.
Just like Arcade Edition was free on the PS Plus like a year ago.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Eh.
Someone's catching up to the game.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Just like point that out there. Now, the retail release for people that don't own a previous version of Street Fighter 4 for the PS3 and the 360 are going to hit August 5th. So you're looking at a month later. That'll be $40 on disc. There you go. Now, PC owners get August 8th a full digital release for $30. 4 different releases for one game because it's Street Fighter.
Technically, it's 3 release dates, but it's the way the store updates.
Yeah. But
remember when when PSN used to update on Thursdays?
Yeah. Yeah, and then they changed it to Tuesdays right before, or when did they start doing Tuesdays?
Right after the hack?
Yeah, it was PS Plus Day.
Yeah, right after the hack was like, oh, we're sorry. Let's do things early now.
Everything's early. Here. Although they used to still update like 6 o'clock at night. Now they've gotten better with that.
Yeah. I could come home from work and it'll be live.
Yeah. So, Street Fighters. And we already talked about that. I think we're out of stuff to talk about.
I've got a couple things still.
What do you got?
All right, so.
Oh wait, I do have something before you get into yours. Let me get my one last thing, then we'll do your two last things. Rockstar is promising a next-gen release this fiscal year. What are your bets on that? As much as I would like it to be Red Dead 2, because I really think we need to revisit the Red Dead universe, I have a feeling it's a next-gen and PC release for Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's going to be like the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, with all the DLC and none of the Grand Theft Auto Online problems.
Problems.
There are some problems. There's still a little bit of problems, but there's some problems.
But my roommate told me about the Hell server that his buddy was in.
Oh, was he on the Hell server?
He was on the Hell server, and like some dude, pretty much the story went, he stole someone's car. They got the security firm to go after him, and then the guy said, "Fuck it, I'll get it on my own," and he dropped a plane on him.
Oh shit. This was in the server, or how he got into the server?
No, this was in the Hell server.
He dropped the plane on him.
He dropped the plane on for stealing it, and then he knew where he lived, so there were gangs outside of his house waiting for him to come out.
It's the worst city to live in.
It was the worst 5 days of game time that he's actually had to play.
He's just sitting in his house looking out the window for 5 days,
Exactly.
rocking back and forth. Like, there's so much going on out there I can't even get part of.
A buddy of my roommate told me about it, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta see this.
I think Bob Halo wound up in the Hell server for blowing up Justin's cars. Like he every single car Justin had, Bob Halo blew up and wound up in the Hell server for like 3 days. Oh, the Hell server.
Okay, so your bets are on Grand Theft Auto.
I'm thinking as much as my heart wants a new Red Dead, I have a feeling it's Grand Theft Auto.
Okay. I think it's going to be L.A. Noire.
Why?
Because the game, you want to kind of look at the game as being monumental to the next games following that, with the facial motion capture and the way open world games are produced.
Mm-hmm.
Or Rockstar. Just like how Rockstar was for table tennis was for Grand Theft Auto 4.
Greatest table tennis game in the world.
It was a tech demo.
It was a great table tennis game.
So real time sweat.
You turn your head like.
So I really think it's LA Noire because there's a great amount of span of time that was done for the game, as well as a good amount of content. And I think it was a graphical setback that held the game back. I don't think that the world looked a little muddy, and
that was the popping in game of the popping in games.
Yeah, I think there was clipping issues. The game looked muddy. It was very foggy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's going to be an HD Game of the Year release that actually fixes the polygons for everyone, and the textures are done a lot better.
Sitting here, didn't Rockstar have another game that was supposed to come out called Agent?
I thought that was a PlayStation game.
Yeah, but we haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, who knows?
Possible. Yeah, but my money's on the Grand Theft Auto 5 PC / next gen version, which I'll totally revisit that on next gen and PC. Yeah, absolutely. Love that game.
You know what? It kind of almost makes sense because there's an iFruit app for the PlayStation Vita now.
Yeah.
That's just a golden nugget. It's not saying that that's it.
That is it. Confirmed.
Yeah, it was confirmed that there was a new Mega Man game coming out from the new Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but look what happened there.
I hope that Mega Man doesn't show up in a game. I don't want to see fucking Janitor Mega Man shooting people with his laser pistol. No. That was terrible. scared. I was so excited when they said Mega Man, and then I saw him like, nah!
Hot girl, ugly face.
Yeah. And then you get Poison, who you don't know what she is.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, moving on. What are your 2 things you got?
I've got a few. I never got to touch on most of nothing of my stuff. Why? What are we looking at time?
We got like 10 minutes.
Okay, so I'll run through these pretty quick.
Okay.
So Borderlands 2 Vita, if you already picked it up.
How is it? What do you think?
What do you think? Please tell us in the comments below or tweet us about your review.
Yes.
One, I heard it's okay. It's the worst out of all the versions.
It's kind of like seeing a bunch of hot cheerleaders and trying to find the worst looking one.
You say so?
Maybe? I don't know. That's what I think of.
Okay. Because I heard if the NPCs die or the enemies die, they just disappear and they're just. It's minor things. I heard it's a little hard to control, which is I kind of felt that way or when we were at PAX East, but I mean it's the Vita, so you get what you can.
And it was strapped to somebody's hip, so it's not like you can adjust.
Yeah. But they're having problems with cross save support.
Yeah, supposedly it's supposed to come out this Tuesday.
So if you haven't bought the game and you're planning to buy the game, I'd just wait around probably until the patch is actually out. So now you could carry your character from one system to the other, from PS3 to your Vita. But as of now, you have to just play with a brand new character.
Might I suggest the Necromancer?
Might I suggest not playing a character that you've already started on your console version? So now you don't have two characters on the same.
Might I suggest Zero? Because I don't use him.
You see, and here's my thing with that whole 4 player to 2 player thing.
Mm-hmm.
Zero was hard to play solo.
Yeah.
To what I understand, he was all about headshots, but you had to play the game differently. You had to be more tactful. I kind of liked it when you were playing with 4 people because they got all the aggro and he could just stumble right around, like poke, run away, and someone else is still shooting him.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you have just 2 players, you need a tank, you need a gunzerker.
I only see playing the game as a soldier or gunzerker and a siren.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to have zeros. I mean, you could rebalance that by having a Zero and a Necromancer, because now you'll have technically 3 characters on the playing field.
That, actually.
But if you need someone that has high DPS just to keep the aggro off.
High dips.
Yep, high dips off of Zero.
More dots. More dots now.
More dots.
All right, stop dots.
So let us know what you think of Borderlands Vita. We'll let you know when the cross saves, is live.
Yes.
There'll probably be an update, so if you already own the game, you'll probably know before us.
Yes, and if you're playing it on the PC, come play with me. Because I'm playing Borderlands 2 on the PC again.
I gotta teach you how to hack items again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cheater.
Hey, you know what? You try farming for a head for 2 hours.
I like that.
You got problems.
Looks like I kept running the Minecraft cave just to try to get it.
That was annoying.
Yeah.
Because that was a long trek to that stupid Minecraft cave.
It was. But it was worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So, alright, you can play Game Boy on an Oculus Rift.
Explain that.
Okay, so it's...
What I think, when you say you can play Game Boy on an Oculus Rift, I see me in the Game Boy game.
No, it is not. It is literally... If this is the first... Let me see my camera up here. Alright, so if this is the Oculus Rift, you're wearing an Oculus Rift right now, it's pretty much a room and a Game Boy. You're like, here, play this. And you're wearing the Oculus Rift playing a Game Boy.
So you're playing, instead of playing a game, you're playing a game to play a game.
Yes! Yo, dog, I heard you like Oculus.
I heard you like games. So put a game in your game while you're playing a game.
That's exactly what it is. If they do, all the support for other people, or for other systems, I would totally play Track and Field on the NES.
Oh my God, you'd die. You'd be like the Running Man.
Just
That's how you gotta run because you're holding.
you're holding this big ass thing on your head.
Oh, you know, somebody did recreate Jerry Seinfeld's apartment from Seinfeld in the Oculus Rift.
There's a couple of there's a website that actually does the apartment layouts for shows.
Okay.
And they put the blueprints out there, like Frasier's apartment is on there.
The friend's apartment that they could never afford. I never understood how Joey and Chandler's apartment's an apartment, but right across the hall is a mansion.
Yeah.
I just never got it. It makes no sense. It make a goddamn bit of sense.
I never understood how there were 2 bedrooms in Three's Company.
Oh, you don't know why?
Why?
Oh, well, originally, there was a 2-bedroom apartment, but there was 3 girls living there from the first episode. Now, what happened is they had a going-away party for the one girl, and the next morning they wake up and Jack's asleep in the tub.
So Jack never left?
No, what happened is they decided they couldn't afford the apartment without a third roommate, but being that it was the 70s and boys and girls weren't supposed to live together, they had to pretend he was gay, so they just kind of invited him to live there, but when the landlords were around, he had to kind of be gay, but that's why...
You know this show would never float in this day and age.
Ugh.
No, you know what? It could. I mean, we got Modern Family and all this other stuff. It could have floated. It could have been a new hit. That's what Fox's new release is going to be. It's going to be Three's Company all over again.
There you go. But yeah, how did I know so much about
I was
this
not
company?
old enough. I wasn't old enough to know that. Thank
Well,
you.
I watched it on reruns in syndication because it was on after school when I got home from school.
I was about to say, did you watch it on after school or Nick at Night?
No, after school. After school.
Now you're old.
I am.
Because
I
it was
realized
still
that.
airing.
Yeah. Well, no. I think. Oh no. You know what? It was still airing because Saturday nights it used to be on ABC, and then it became Three's a Crowd after they tried to spin Jack off into his own show after he got married, and that went nowhere.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh wow! I went way down. I've been going way down the rabbit hole for a lot of shit lately. Fucking Wikipedia in my head. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go with 2 last topics. They're really, really important to me. Thank you for the time travel back in time. Thank you, Mr. Peabody. All right. So real quick, the last time I actually heard that song, it was me, probably 13 or 14 years old, playing street ball with my cousins. Playing basketball.
Okay.
Cousins. Out on the street and everything, and these 2 guys roll up on bicycles. Like, if you were watching Friday, these 2 guys would just come up on bicycles.
Is this in Jersey or is this in Florida?
This is in Staten Island.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah, shit got real.
There's clowns on Staten Island.
So we're playing basketball, and these 2 guys were like, "Hey, you guys want to play? We want to play for $20." And me and my 3 cousins were like, "Yeah, we'll take you guys on."
Oh, you got hustled.
So it was 2 against 3 on a street ball game. These guys were schooling us so hard, and these were like true brothers in the hood, bro. They were singing the Three's Company theme song while they were playing.
Oh, they were trolling you while they were playing.
This is the early days of trolling, and then
Like,
every time,
boom!
exactly, that is exactly what happened. So anytime I hear that, my mind automatically rushes to that one frame in my life.
When you're sitting there pissing in your pants because you're getting dunked on.
These guys are breaking ankles to fucking Three's Company theme song.
You were playing NBA Street and losing.
Yeah,
you were L3W.
There was 2 songs that rushed back. It was that and the beginning of Family Ties.
What do we do, baby?
Yes! These guys were singing it. This is the mid-90s. These 2 black dudes were singing it, schooling us.
That is the weirdest fucking basketball game I've ever heard of in my life.
I will never let that down. I was like, that's why I don't play basketball to this day. That's why I play video games now.
Three's Company ruined basketball.
All right, so back to the two things that are really, really dear to me that I do want to talk about.
Okay.
Friend of the show, Ivana Lynn. She's really, really cool. There's a head up right above your head.
I know there is. I saw it.
The creeper.
Now she's creeping down the stairs.
So, a friend of the show, Ivana Lynn, she did a thing with Gearbox.
Okay.
It was Operation Supply Drop. It was for Wounded Warriors and the people in service.
Yeah, we saw them on past. They're good people.
They're awesome people. I, love them to death. Unfortunately, they got hit with the DDoS. There was hackers that were heckling them and causing all sorts of problems. It was 2 hours after the whole thing started, and it disabled, and it actually hurt them a little bit. But the operation went on for it still went on for 24 hours. The 8-beat salute went on for 24-hour gaming, and it started at 9 o'clock and ended just earlier this morning, Sunday.
Okay.
So, I just want to give my thank you to the troops. Thank you for helping us out. Ivana Lynn, you're doing a great job. And Gearbox was all a part about this, too. They were doing a live stream on YouTube last night, as well as on Twitch.
Okay.
So, hats off to them. Boo hackers. And the other thing I do want to talk about is if you guys don't know, if you're a gamer and you don't know about this topic, it's pretty dear to you because this is going to cause some issues, depending if you're a Xbox, PC, or PS4 player, is net neutrality. Nandu, do you know anything about net neutrality?
I know it's bad.
Have you read anything?
I have been reading a little bit, but I've been getting lost in it a little bit, so explain.
Okay, net neutrality basically means we get internet all the same way. Every provider that everything we look on the internet comes at the same speed, depending on, if they're close enough or if their server's good, whatever. That's besides the point. That the middle guy is getting the information to us with no problems, all same speed, everything's good. Now when net neutrality is now gone, a lot of places can now fess up more money for better bandwidth because the middle guy, your ISP providers, can now be like, well, we could slow the bandwidth down. It is like it literally is like a gangster strong arming you for more money just for you to stay alive. So what's directly affected everyone right now is Netflix. Netflix is taking a price hike for an extra $1 per account for everyone, because now that they have to pay out to these ISPs for better bandwidth, so their service is better. It keeps people watching it. That's the streaming service is the bread and butter of Netflix. Nobody almost gets DVDs or Blu-rays anymore through Netflix.
Nope.
At least
I forgot they even offer that.
Yeah, it's literally just a stream service now. So what this means to everyone else is that, if ISPs could strong arm one company, what does it say to other companies that also are a competitor, like Amazon.com with their services, or Hulu and stuff? So it's you don't want to have that kind of world. In my opinion, you don't want to be in that kind of world, because if that's just the tip of the iceberg, other things could happen at the same time.
Oh, absolutely.
This is my worst case scenario. I'm not saying this is actually going to happen, or if it does happen, it's just ironic. Microsoft, since it has a tie-in with their cable services that you can watch through on there, Microsoft could have a deal with Comcast and say, hey, you could use our service, but you pay an extra $1, or for every person that uses our service, they'll get better service compared to someone that's on Dish or what have you.
Yeah.
So now people of Xbox are favored in bandwidth compared to your PlayStation or your Wii and stuff like that. So now you're getting slower bandwidth just because the middle guy has a deal with one particular system. And I say the deal is that he cut her a fatter check than the competitors.
Well, here's just tying into that. Will Wheaton actually just posted this on his Tumblr.
Okay.
Comcast plans data limits for all customers. They're considering imposing monthly usage limits for all of its internet customers. David Cohen, executive vice president, blah, 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 predicted that at conference Wednesday in 5 years' time, the company will have a usage-based billing model rolling out across its footprint. So they're saying you'll only be able to have a certain amount of data before facing extra charges.
So you want to look at it this way. Imagine a data service plan that you have for your internet at home. Not for your internet plan that you have on your phone that we used to be all gripey about. And how many times have you been somewhere and say, oh, I reached my data limit, I don't want to pay anymore, can you look this up? You're going to have that at home when you're watching your streaming Netflix services or your Hulu.
Yeah. Just as a fucking aside, when I was installing all the games, since most PC games now are all digital, I must have downloaded an average of 300 gigs of data.
All right, so imagine that 300 gigs of data being throttled.
Yeah.
All at the same time because Comcast or the ISP provider that you have a deal with Origin instead. So Origin will get better bandwidth, you'll get better gameplay out of it.
Yeah.
So net neutrality is a big thing, guys. Look it up online. There's I think there's a whitehouse.gov site for the petitions. There's websites everywhere. Lobby to the FCC. Do something. Be your voice heard. Don't just tweet it out and say, hey, I want to make a difference. You're not doing anything. You really have to be political about this and get the right people hearing on your voice. Behind this net neutrality deal that people want back are people like Yahoo, Google, Facebook.
Well, the White House has reaffirmed that they will do everything they can to uphold net neutrality.
Yes, that's what they say. But the FCC, there's a guy, I'm terrible with names, he says that this is all for the better for the economy. No, it's just saying that he has a fatter check on the FCC end, so he has a better deal because the cable providers have lobbyists that are behind them.
Yeah.
So on the Altness site, I will post up a small article and what I've seen online of people giving examples of what net neutrality is. This is a big deal, guys.
So pay attention.
Pay attention. Start growing up for something.
Yeah, just as long as it's that and video games cause violence. The other stuff, don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, SourceFed did an article on it a couple days ago, but just you can't sit back about this because this is the stepping stone of what other things could happen down the line. Because if net neutrality goes out, then what is phones reneging to the same token?
Yep.
What is it to other providers in that same token? Now, what if your house phone, if anyone still has a house phone, you say you only have 400 minutes to talk to your friend only that lives down the street, but if you want to talk to someone in say New Jersey, you have all the time in the world.
Yeah, every state has their own shit. That's no good.
Yeah, and it's. God forbid you should live in Hawaii because you just might as well go back to carrier pigeons.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up, though.
All right. So I'm sorry to put everyone on a downer on that last token, but this is a serious business.
It is. But yeah, definitely. Everybody have to look into it. I think you can actually go. It's not netneutrality.gov. Isn't there one for that or something? There might be. It sounds like that was a website. But just Google net neutrality, you'll find a plethora of information.
The website that I was reading up on, and they had a really good video, was sourcefed.com/how to save net neutrality. So look that up. Just type in net neutrality in Google. They will give you a plethora of information because they're totally behind it.
And also, just to give a little more uplifting, if you're on Reddit, which most people are, go do yourself a visit. Or a credit, and go visit the subreddit PC Master Race. Fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Just go do that. All right. So you know where to find us: ninjaverse.wordpress.com, facebook.com/ninjaverse, youtube.com/ninjaverse, Tumblr. We're gonna be on Altness. We're gonna be on MySpace. We're gonna be on billboards across the country. We're gonna be everywhere.
You almost sound like a wrestler that it was like, we're gonna be all over your face. We're gonna be over there. We're gonna
What you
fight
gonna
you.
do, brother, when the Ninjaverse runs wild on you? Damn, that was good. All right,
That was.
I'm Will, also known as Half-Ass Ninja.
I'm JD, also known as 3 Prototype.
All right, we'll see you later.